What up, you guys? Empress of Duality here. For those of you that are new or might not know, my name is Brooke. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Love Vibe Tribe. Subscribers, my tribe. You know how much I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love, support, and abundance that you bring into my life. So today, we're gonna tap into twin flame energy. Let me turn my mic up a little bit. Check. Okay, let me turn it up. Okay, I miss you guys. Hope you guys have been doing well. I've been going through my own little initiations here and there. I'm gonna put some music for a second. And we're just gonna start in. I've already created the space. I invite you guys into this space with me. Safe, sacred space. So let's take a deep breath into the heart space. Let's get connected in this space if you would like to receive the transmissions from Unity Consciousness today. So let's take a deep breath. And let it out. Feeling your energy settling around your body. Take another deep breath. And feel the breathing process as your breath leaves the body. Connecting to the heart space. Connecting to spirit, the divine feminine, to unity consciousness. Stepping in to the bridge, to be the bridge, to unity consciousness, to spirit. Urging your divine masculine and divine feminine energy in the space. Feeling the connection to all things God. Connecting with the body. Give yourself permission for all the thought forms, all the ideas, all of the circumstances, challenges, all the obligations to fall away in this space. You have no obligations in this space but to be. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time. So, what up, spirit? Let's fuck it up. Hey, y'all ready for this shit? Are y'all ready for this shit? Oh my god. Oh my god. So, listen. I have been channeling these messages for weeks now. And Brooke still is struggling to put it together. So we're just gonna surrender our control, surrender, trying to figure it out. And we're just gonna let spirit flow through us, within us, between us. And let's see what they have to say to the beautiful twin flames today. Shout out to the twin flames. Divine masculine, I see you. Divine feminine, I see you. Let's do this. Flames, DMs and DFs. Sacred feminine energy is pulsing through the energy grids right now. Sacred masculine energy is being initiated. You got to go through you to get to the we. I'm laughing because sometimes the way my higher self gives me channeled messages, to some may be inappropriate, but Empress of reality, I'm gonna keep it real. And this is how this shit came through, y'all. Okay. My higher self resonates deep with sacred masculine energy. He calls this divine masculine initiation return of the pussy. Divine feminine is setting boundaries to initiate and create unconditional love. Divine masculine must meet her. Divine masculine must merge his energy with his feminine. His feminine has initiated. That is the only way to create in this dimension. It is the only way. Without feminine energy, masculine cannot create. Without masculine energy, feminine has no power. Feminine is the portal to source. The feminine is the portal that connects you to unity consciousness, to spirit, to God, to the God self, higher self. And the masculine takes the blueprint from the feminine energy, goes into the darkness with his light, defines what is in the darkness, defines the infinite nature of the feminine, the infinite nature of source. And he takes that blueprint and he creates it on the planet. So y'all bear with me with the way spirit likes to give me messages. I'll clean it up in a minute, but let's just this shit raw for a second. So the next part, pussy is power. Pussy is sacred, divine, pure power. Special, life-changing, expanded, unconditioned, undefined. The divine feminine energy is infinite potential, and the masculine is what creates definition. A lot of people refer to the moon as feminine and the sun as masculine energy. Feminine is like that darkness within darkness, that portal to source, the infinite nature of all things that are created, infinite potentialities. The masculine, or the sun, shines upon the darkness. That light creates definition to what is in that infinite nature, right? The darkness within the darkness, the masculine brings his light and defines, identifies, labels, understands, constructs, creates through his feminine energy and births it onto the planet. So when the divine feminine has created a blueprint of self-love, through her masculine, that image is created. This is why people say man is the image of God. I love this one. God is all things here and now, past and future, created and potential. It is the man, or masculine, energy that defines the very essence of God. So you know how in the Bible they always refer to human nature, right? Oh, you want me to wait? Okay, well, I'll get to that in a minute. This next part is not to shame or blame, it is just facts. It is the history of the planet, and the history is created by us. For a long time on this planet, the masculine energy template has been distorted and bred distorted behavior. These distortions and illusions have been expressed as abuse towards the feminine energy, sexual abuse, sexual mental abuse, expectations, manipulations, greed, the 7 sins. Instead of honoring our sacred feminines, instead of honoring their bodies, their bodies, their heart, we took their divine gifts and sacrificed their essence of purity for our own greed and pleasure. Now listen, here's the thing about this message. You cannot receive this message from the limited perception of you. This isn't us thing. This is a unity consciousness energy. You cannot begin to interpret, understand, articulate, even hear these messages from a state of being that is of you. You have to step into the we consciousness to understand these messages. Because for some of you, you can't look into your life and see where you've been sexually manipulated or sexually manipulated other people. Maybe you can't see the abuse. Maybe you can't see the manipulation, the expectation, the mental abuse, emotional abuse that has been bestowed upon the feminine energy within us. But what we have to understand is, even if in this life it didn't play in that energy, it is within us on a cellular fucking level, on a spiritual, energetic level. It is still within the blueprint of our image man. Y'all feel me, right? Pussy is a gift from God for man. When I say pussy, I don't mean a woman's vagina. I mean divine feminine energy, sexual energy, creative flow, the energy that gives birth to all that of man. Uncertainty keeps us in a void, absent from time and space. As of right now, there is no established trajectory of timeline we are attaching to. Have y'all felt that? Have y'all noticed in your mind a scattered image of life, or just uncertainty, all of these ideas about your life, about your challenges, about your relationships, about your situations, without any, there's like all these different pieces, moving pieces of your life, but there isn't that certainty within any of it. There isn't that vision, right? So things can be challenging, things can be under pressure, relationships can be under pressure, but sometimes, a lot of the times when we're under pressure, we can still see, okay, if I do this, or if we practice this, if we implement this, if we change this, then we can project ourselves to the outcome that we want. Not right now. Not right now. Not how it works. If a lot of you, if your mind is feeling scattered, or there's just a lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion, not really having the capacity to discern what your heart is telling you because of all the, when you try to seek that intuitive guidance from your feminine energy, all of the stories block your discernment. All of the images in your mind come to the forefront and don't allow you to surrender to the divine guidance of your heart, right? It's like here's the feminine, here's the masculine, there's a cord running between them, and the cord has like static on it, stagnation, right? So they're not really flowing between each other. The infinity sign, right? It's a little distorted right now. It's like a pause in the matrix. It's a pause in frequency. So I'm going to read this part again. Uncertainty keeps us in a void, absent from time and space. As of right now, there is no established trajectory or timeline we are attaching to. This is why you are here at this moment, absent from time. Because this is where the future of the planet is decided. We are sitting in the epitome of feminine energy. Power of the pussy, okay? Darkness within darkness. This is the Great Awakening. We must be darkness within darkness to witness the abuse that has been cast upon our feminine energy, to finally take responsibility for our masculine's action. So let me rewrite that. Some of it, but let me use a different language for another part of you. So it says, we must be darkness within darkness to witness the abuse that has been cast upon our energy, to finally take responsibility for our masculine's actions. Okay? When I talk about feminine and masculine in this moment, it's not like you're the feminine, you're the divine feminine, and they're the divine masculine, or you're the divine masculine, they're the divine feminine. No. In this reference, I am talking, when I say masculine energy, I mean man, okay? Mankind, physicality, human nature, all that is of man. So, with that understanding, listen to this. We must be darkness within darkness to witness the abuse that's been cast upon our feminine energy, to finally take responsibility for our masculine's action, forgive ourselves, and as our masculine goes through himself by forgiveness, we shall awaken to the we energy. Through uncertainty, through the epitome of darkness, the divine masculine may shine his light to birth the new earth. Twin flame energy. And this was yesterday that I got this message. Divine masculine, masculine energy, man, speaks to humankind. Divine masculine energy represents humanity, right? We hear in the twin flame community all the time, the masculine and the feminine. We all have masculine and feminine energy. No shit. The feminine energy is the portal to source. The masculine energy is anything that is of physicality. To be on this planet, you are a physicality, right? So when we say divine masculine, we're not just talking about the proactive energy. We're not just talking about the doing energy, the constructing energy, the builder, right? We're talking about the body. We're talking about the mind, biology, plants, nature, earth, right? The divine masculine template is made up of any and everything man. For example, the body, female and male, right? That is masculine energy, man. Masculine energy is physicality in its nature. So anything that manifests on or from this planet is of masculine energy. It is man. It is the thoughts of man, man's ideas, man's desires, man's creations. It is the earth. It is water, air, fire. How can you call the earth divine masculine energy? That was a question I heard when I was channeling these messages, because a lot of the times we refer to the earth as mother, right? Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, right? I know a lot of people refer to Gaia as mother, the feminine energy, Mother Earth. But mother only exists inside of man. It is man that created the idea of mother to begin with. It's only a product of the mind of man. It is a manifestation of man, aka a manifestation of physicality. It is a divine masculine or man energy that defines. It is the light that defines in the darkness. It is the framing of ideas from God that projects the reality. So when we say darkness within darkness, we mean man constructing and defining a new reality through thought, a new earth, the Great Awakening, right? It is through divine masculine's journey through the shadow that he sheds his light upon the darkness, and when he does, all that is of disservice must be dismantled, and the new ideas reconstruct in his psyche, and his psyche then begins to project the new earth onto the reality. It is mankind, and only mankind, that holds the power to dismantle and recreate this reality. The divine feminine energy is the portal to source and infinite existences. We can even tap into the ideas of other parallel existences, not of man, not of earth. Why divine feminine energy is powerless without divine masculine is because she is not of this planet. of this earth. Do y'all feel that? Feminine energy, the portal to source, the portal to infinity that connects us to everything that exists and doesn't exist on this planet and off of this planet. Divine feminine energy is the power of all that exists. But the divine feminine energy has no power over man. It is the merge, it is the bridge between feminine and masculine, between spirit and man, that creates everything that you see, you guys. Is the essence of me, of my breath, of my body, of my voice, us, everything. Why divine feminine energy is powerless without divine masculine is because she is not of this planet or this earth. Her knowledge and wisdom expands and reaches throughout infinity. She may influence, but without permission of divine masculine, of man, she has no willpower in this dimension. You'll fucking feel this, swear to God. Now, let's throw a little depth to this teaching in the spiritual community. We understand that there are forces beyond man and beyond physicality that are detrimental influences to the natural state and flow of the planet. Some of these is evil, demonic, demons, etc., right? Man did not always have divine feminine energy. Even though it is woven into the very fabric of man, it was only experienced externally without consciousness. As the masculine evolved his psyche, as man evolved his mind, aka his ability to create, his ability to imagine, was he given the gift of woman from God. His divine feminine was within him all along, but just like in the Bible, God gave Adam a woman as a gift. This story was a reflection of the evolution of man, of the evolution of divine masculine energy. As man evolved his consciousness to acknowledge God, to acknowledge his feminine, this day marked man's achievement through physical manifestation of woman. I love that shit, y'all. That's fucking beautiful. So, going back to the demonic energies, right? The ill-intended energies, the energies with ulterior motives, the energies draining life force energy, draining the feminine energy, causing destruction on this planet, causing separation on this planet. Those energies are there, yes. Those energies exist, yes. But they have no power in this dimension because without the permission of man, without the permission of the masculine energy, they have no power. They can only influence you. So, why we do shadow work is because we are connected, right? We are connected to the collective experience, the collective idea of the reality. We are connected to it all in this space. And these energies, these evil forces, these inverted forces, the inversion of unconditional love, the manipulation and the distortion of who we are, why we do shadow work is because these energies play off of our shadow, you guys. They play off of the things within the psyche that the man does not feel secure in. They play off of the psyche and the emotions that the psyche creates. They play off of those things to distort the man's image, the divine masculine's image of his life, of his relationships, and of himself, right? So that's why we do the shadow work. That's why the masculine, the man, into the darkness to shine his light, to understand it. Not even always to understand it, just to accept it, to witness what is in the darkness, to witness the shadow of us. Because as long as there is acceptance, compassion, witnessing, being with the things in our shadow, then external forces, they don't have a place to influence you. When the masculine loses his connection to his feminine within, when the man, you guys, I know I keep saying it both ways, but that's so you can, your mind, your psyche can start to envision the image from which I am from. Man, I am a woman, but I am man. You understand what I'm saying, right? I'm man. I am masculine energy. This masculine energy, baby. When man distorts his connection to feminine energy, to creativity, to the infinite nature of what we are, right? Man's life is not infinite, right? But the essence of man, the feminine, from which we are created, is infinite in its nature. But when the masculine loses his connection to his feminine energy, which is what has happened on this planet a lot of times, y'all, he no longer has the capacity to see things from a bigger picture. He can only see what is right in front of him, because his feminine energy is that of which that connects him to feeling, to intuition, right? Divine feminine energy laid suppressed within divine masculine until man evolved his consciousness and mind to a state of inner awareness that activated the divine feminine template within him that created woman. That was the first union of twin flames, divine masculine and divine feminine. They were with each other all along. They had missed each other because, as they were unaware of one another, as they were disconnected, it always felt like something was missing. In the beginning, man only knew survival. But as he journeyed the earth and grew his awareness externally, he began to expand his awareness internally, and this created the bridge to unity consciousness. This remembrance has not occurred in many men around the world, and this is also why the energy of the planet is so heavy. Many humans have lost their connection to spirit, to their divine feminine energy, to the power of their pussy, and are functioning only on what they're told and for survival. Many live their lives just surviving, no mission. The new earth frequencies will not resonate with this type of living any longer. As more divine masculines dismantled the reality through their minds and linked their new ideas to the universal mainframe that projects the reality of the collective consciousness, the new earth and great awakening immenses. If you haven't noticed, that's where we are now, right smack in the middle of the great awakening on planet Earth. Why the energy has felt so heavy, why the energy has felt so scattered, is because to dismantle, divine masculine must witness the history of this planet. He must witness the part in creating the world to be as it is in this moment. He must go through the you to get to the we. He must transcend his limited perception of just what he has done in this lifetime and take responsibility for the stability and frequency of it as a whole. Because he is in because he is the one and only one that has the ability and gift to construct, dismantle, or create life as it is. That is why he must take responsibility for the whole of all that is, right? Divine masculine can witness the abuse, the destruction. And here, let me tell y'all something. I get that a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. A lot of people have not yet felt the abuse that is taking place on this planet, because from their limited perception, and it's no judgment, it's an evolutionary process, their own journey of evolving mind, of evolving their man, of evolving their divine masculine energy. They have not yet gone into the depths of duality, the depths of the feminine, to witness the suffering that has taken place on this planet. And it's difficult to talk about. But once you've seen it, once you've felt it, once you have taken responsibility for your own trespasses, and you move through the limited perception of you, and you tap into the we, you tap into the unity consciousness. Yeah, there's love out there. A lot of beautiful potential in that darkness. Also, all of our shame, all of our guilt, all of the abuse, all of the sexual abuse for a long time on this planet. A long time on this planet, the feminine man, the female, right? The females on this planet were less than. They were abused, they were used, they were manipulated, they were sold, they were sexually trafficked, bodies were abused, their bodies were honored, and this was all a reflection of divine masculine, of man disconnecting himself from the portal that is source, that is his divine feminine energy within himself. And even though in this life maybe you didn't take in that, if you're on this journey, you have to understand that eventually when you do all of the things that are you, and you take responsibility for you, and you get to that bridge that is of unity consciousness, that is of a we consciousness, this is what you must witness. It is what you must feel. It is what you must purge. It is what you must accept. Even if you can't remember your past lives, you don't have to understand it, to feel it, to be with it, to transcend it, to love it, to honor it, right? Once divine masculine can witness the abuse, the destruction, the separation, and the pain on this planet with the heart of unity and neutrality, unconditional love, and forgiveness, then and only then can he dismantle and collapse all other timeline projections to recreate the reality. Divine masculine must not only become aware of the ideas and thoughts that created the disharmony on this planet, but he must also clear out the emotional energy that has built up and is connected to those realities. This means he must admit his thoughts. Admit his thoughts. This means he must admit his thoughts, admit his ideas, created distorted emotions that led to distorted behavior, and admit that distorted behavior, that his behavior, that man's behavior, that man's actions on this planet, that mankind's choices on this planet is what separated him from his divine feminine, his creator, his God self to begin with. Divine masculine must take responsibility for any and all suffering on this planet as his choices are the direct cause and effect of where we are as mankind. We must accept our shame, our grief, embrace and feel our pain. For a lot of you twin flames, what I'm talking about here, you ever notice in your twin flame connection where like you've gotten to a point within your connection with your partner where you're pretty much aware of your shadow, your personal shadow, right? The shadow of Brooke. But then as you transcend the limited perception of just Brooke's shadow, just Danny's shadow, and then our shadow as one, you start to tap into the collective shadow of man. And a lot of the things there are confusing. It feels very scattered. It feels very uncertain. It doesn't make sense in the psyche because the psyche of you only knows you, right? And a lot of the times in twin flame connections, why people don't understand our connections. Why people, not everyone is on this twin flame journey. Let me just tell you that. They're not. There are people that don't get it. There are people that don't understand what they're doing. And that's okay. We're just meant to be the way showers, right? Not everyone's going to understand you and your connection. A lot of the times, twin flames, you're going to be healing things that are not directly linked to your man, to your masculine energy. You are beginning to transcend this limited idea of just you, and you're stepping into we energy. So you know what that means? That means that sometimes when you're feeling scared, when you're uncertain, when you're feeling waves of emotion, waves of grief, waves of shame, you're witnessing loops of shame, guilt, separation between you and your twin. It is not perfect to you and your connection. You have to trust your heart in those moments. And you have to understand that what you are doing transcends just your relationship. It is a galactic thing, you guys. You are healing the very foundation of everything that is of mankind at this time. So there are going to be times where you're feeling things that don't make sense in your mind. Surrender them. Do what you can. Connect with nature. Connect with your twin flame. Connect in the heart space, not the psyche, not the mind. Okay? Take time to meditate. Because as you meditate, I always see this vision where it's almost like a projector. You know, the old-timey projectors, you project and you see just the one screen. But if you hit pause on the projector, you can take the reel out and you can look at everything scene by scene by scene, right? That's where we are collectively at this time on the planet. We're in a void period. The matrix is in a pause. We're in the epitome of feminine energy, darkness within darkness. So when your mind gets scattered, when you're recognizing separation between the things that you love, people that you love, when your body is hurting, when you're feeling waves of emotion, stop taking it so personally and identifying with it as me, 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 me. Take a step back in meditation, right? In presence. Step out of the masculine energy, the man energy, the psyche, the thoughts of man, the ideas of man, the ideas about yourself, about your partner, about your twin, about the world. All of those are masculine energy. Ideas, 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 right? Take a step back from the psyche. Take a step back from the stories, from the narrative. and really get present in the body, present in the breath, present in the sensation of sound, a sensation of smell, a sensation of taste. Close the eyes. Bring your energy back in. Tap into the heart space. And just like real, where you can see all of the scenes, all of the timelines, that's how Spirit shows it to me. When you take a moment to step out of the masculine, the man energy, and you tap back into the feminine energy that is the portal to source, that can witness all potentialities, infinite potentialities simultaneously. When you can find that stability and presence, you can see all of the timelines that you have open personally, timelines that your man, your human, has opened personally, and you can collapse them just by witnessing. That's the thing, you guys, witnessing. And sometimes when you witness, bringing the emotion through the body to be released. Okay? So I've got like pages and pages here. I think I'm just going to read a little more and then I'll stop for today and then can do some more another day. Okay? We must accept our shame, our grief, embrace and feel our pain. We must forgive ourselves as a planet for the suffering of our soul. We must find compassion and dismantle from a place of humbleness. And we must open our heart to divine feminine. It's been within us all along, but our own self-hatred was blocking our connection to Source. Our divine feminine is our connection to Source, Spirit, God, Higher Self, the God Self. P.S. Special message for lightworkers and twin flames. Thank you for your unfailing compassion for humanity. Just that alone, and for the people that understand what it takes to be on this twin flame journey, and to the people that only see the image of the twin flame journey through their mind, through the image that they've created about the twin flame journey in their head. Fuck them, like they don't get it, right? And that's okay. But this divine feminine part of us, it's not even of this planet, you guys. But the feminine doesn't care. Source doesn't care. Source loves man. Divine feminine loves divine masculine. And the feminine, whenever you notice that you're angry, frustrated, bitter, hopeless when it comes to your twin, when it comes to the world, your friends, everything in the physical, when you start to lose that hope, that's a pretty good sign to tap back into your feminine energy. And she will remind your psyche of the compassion that you hold, that she holds for humanity. Thank you, divine feminines, for your resilient faith. Divine masculine, thank you for being so practiced and integrated into your heart. Even during these recent periods of uncertainty and heavy energy, your mind sometimes loses itself. Connection to your heart always brings you back to our sacred vision for this planet. We thank you for your service. We love you. I can't wait to share the other stuff. Okay, I'll stop for today. Alright, you guys, I love you. Please drop a comment. Let me know if y'all actually understand what Spirit is trying to communicate through me. Let me know if it activates you. Let me know if you get downloads from it. Let's make this bridge expand. Let's create this community together. Because a lot of us are on a journey where a lot of people outside of us don't understand what we're doing. They don't see the depths of the things that we tap into, that we transform, that we feel for mankind, that we feel for the world. A lot of people find it challenging to feel their own emotions, but a lot of us, especially if you're a twin flame, we not only have to feel our own emotions and deal with our own thought forms, but we also are connected to the whole because we are connected to the feminine within. So that means we don't just transmute for self. It is self because we are one, but we transmute for the world, for our communities, for our tribe. And this is a space where you can be understood for that, where you can be seen for that, where you can be witnessed for that, felt, loved, honored, cherished, and supported. And I love you guys so much. So much. Mwah. Empress of Duality out.